What's up, guys? It's your boy, the man welding, back with another one. And today I got some big news to share with you guys, and that is that I have quit my job. And I want to talk about it. Now, if you guys have been watching my videos, you might have seen one that I put out a few months ago that was titled, Why I've Quit Every Welding Job That I've Ever Had. And in that video, I essentially detailed every welding job I've had and all the various reasons why I ended up quitting those jobs. And at the end of that video, I made mention that I was currently employed with a company, and I talked about the reasons why I was planning on staying with that company. And at the time that I made that video, I fully intended on staying with that company. But guys, there's something about me, and that is, once I get a feeling, I'm just going to act on it, and I'm not going to talk myself out of it, and I'm not going to second guess my decision. If I get to a point with a company where I just decide either I simply am not enjoying my time there, I don't wake up in the morning and look forward to going to work, and as a matter of fact, if I wake up and I actively dread going to work, then I'm pretty much to the point where I'm just going to quit and nothing's going to stop me. And that's what happened. Now, guys, the shop I was working at, it was a good shop. They were paying me a fair wage, and I had strong job security. They wanted me to advance within the company, and that wasn't the direction I wanted to take my life. Now, there's a lot of different factors that kind of play into these decisions that I make. And some of the factors were simply that I just didn't love the type of work that I was doing. Now, when I started working there, it was primarily structural anodized aluminum that we were working on. And I have experience in that type of work. I like doing it for the most part, building big structures. And it's not the worst thing in the world, and it pays halfway decent. So I was doing that, but like most jobs, things tend to change over time. And here recently, the majority of the work that I was finding myself doing at my job was like building handrails and building walkway platforms and just building a bunch of shit that I really have no interest in building. It had become essentially like a production job, and production welding gets pretty boring pretty quickly. And I don't know what it is with me, but I tend to like variety in the type of work that I'm doing. And I've also noticed something about myself, as that typically after I spend about a year with a company, I'm ready for something else. And that's what happened. I hit my 1 year mark. They were very, happy with my performance and everything was cool. But I got a feeling inside me that said, it's time to move on. So I broke the news to them. I said, hey guys, no easy way to say this, but I'm done working here. I gave them like a solid 3 weeks notice, and that was that. I don't want to make this video too much about them or that job. It was not perfect. It was fine. It was decent, right? There was room for growth. But what I want to make this video about is really gaining clarity on what it is you want out of your life. So what I do is I look at my situation, where I'm at in life, how things are going, and I ask myself, is this what I want to do with my life? Or is what I'm doing right now going to lead me to the results in life that I desire? And you have to be really honest when you ask yourself these questions. Now, I asked myself, and the answer was, no, this is not what I want to do with my life. And if I continue to do this, it is not going to yield the results that I desire out of life. Now, you might be wondering, Steven, what results do you desire out of life? Well, that is a big question, right? And I'm still working to clearly define that answer for myself. But I know what I don't want is I don't want to live a life where I'm just going through the motions and I'm just building handrails and, working in some dumpy shop and just talking to the same people every day and making not a whole lot of money that's going to allow me to accumulate the amount of wealth and freedom I desire. Now, sure, was it paying my bills? Was I able to save and invest? Yes, I was. For full disclosure, guys, I was making $30 an hour. And that is the absolute most money I've ever made at a W-2 type of job. And, a lot of people probably watching this video will say to themselves, damn, I would kill to make that type of money as a welder, because the reality is a lot of welders make bullshit ass money. A lot of these places want to start you like I said, my first welding job, I was making $11 an hour. But in my eyes, I know that I am worth so much more than $30 an hour. And I know that I am very capable of making more money than that. Now, how am I going to do so? That's something I'll discuss in another video. But, there's no guarantees, right? But that's okay. And it's like I told my boss when I was letting him know that I wasn't going to keep working there. I said to him, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but there is a quote that really resonates with me, and I think it applies to this situation. The quote is, it's better to aim too high and fail than to aim too low and succeed. So essentially, what that means is you're going to be better off risking it, taking a big risk, and really chasing after your goals in life, as opposed to just settling for something that's safe and guaranteed and comfortable, and then growing to have those regrets later in life, or even have that question, that what if. I don't want to have that what if, right? I want to know. I want to find out. I want to take that shot. So that's what I'm going to do. Another quote that I really like that I think applies to this situation is that the majority of people prefer the certainty of misery as opposed to the misery of uncertainty. Damn, that's another really good one, and I really like it. And me, I thrive on uncertainty. I like kind of having my back up against the wall and being forced to go out and figure it out. I'm an ambitious person, and this year I've really focused a lot on my development and, just solidifying my core beliefs and a positive attitude. And I feel extremely good. I feel optimistic about the future, and I have big goals I'm setting for myself. So really, guys, I know I've been kind of all over the place, beating around the bush, not really getting to the point about what it is I plan to do in the future. And I'm going to make a more detailed video coming up to really discuss that. But the gist of it is that I'm at a point in my life where I want to help people. And that's a broad statement. I understand that. And there's a lot of ways I feel like I can help people, I have really corrected a lot of things in myself that caused me a lot of pain and really held me back for a long time. And since I was able to do so, eventually I'd like to get to a place where I can help other people overcome those same struggles that I've dealt with. But in the meantime, I have decided that the most immediate way I can have an impact on helping people is by offering a service, and that service is going to be teaching people how to weld on a one-on-one basis. So essentially, I'm going to launch a business where you can hire me and I will train you personally in a one-on-one atmosphere to learn the skills to become a welder. Now, who is the primary demographic that I want to offer this to? Really, it's open to anyone and everyone, and I encourage anyone who feels like they want to know what welding's like, maybe if it's a career path they might be interested in, but they're not prepared to make the commitment of going to welding school. Retired people who want to become hobbyists, it would be perfect for them as well. Maybe people who feel stuck in their career and want to take the next step or want to become more valuable to their employer. You guys, self-investment is the highest form of self-love. And I would love to help people learn those skills that they'll have and take with them for the rest of their lives. And the reality is, the small amount of monetary compensation I'm looking for pales in comparison to the value which I will give people who end up working with me. So guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I just needed to come on here and make a video. I've been slacking, but I'm back, and thank you so much for tuning in and checking it out. I'll catch you guys on the next one.